In my last video, I keep getting comments like, oh my god, Dom, your eyes are so squinty. Why are you sweating so much? But there's nothing I can actually do about it because holy mackerel, I'm filming again today and it is 33 degrees Celsius, so sorry, I can't help it. So I've got a little solution to the problem with the squinty eyes. See, I try to open my eyes more, and on top of that, I got this. Hey guys, this is Dom here. Thanks for checking out my vlog again, where I'm coming at you from the Damansara Intan area. The reason why I'm here is because today I have an office unit that is for sale. So I met the owners to find out a little bit more about this place, and they've informed me that after almost 20 years they've decided to let this place go because recently they just moved up to a bigger office, and they said that parking here is great, security is great. Of course, I wanted to find out more, so I'm recording this video because I wanted to share with you. I think there's more than meets the eye. So if you're a business owner and you're considering to invest in a new area, you might want to consider this unit. Mind you, if you can look past the traffic, usual rush hour traffic, compared to, let's say, newer developments, Oval Damansara, Glow Damansara, Uptown 1, Uptown 2, you will save a little bit more because I think those cater more to, let's say, international offices and brands. But if you're a local shop, you're an SME, you're a consultancy firm, or you're a startup, you might want to consider investing in this place. So without further ado, let's check it out. Alright guys, how's this for a backdrop? When I first got in, I was like, whoa, so many files. It's really interesting to see how times have changed. I am not used to seeing these many files and this much, you know, piles and rolls of paper lying around. You see on my left here, there's a few hundred, right? Well, wait till you see on this side, there's a few hundred more stacks of all this. It's cool to see, you know, there's still this really old school feeling to this office. First, let's introduce the office area. It measures 893 square feet, of which I'm currently sitting in what I call the effective work area. You can comfortably fit between, let's say, 5 to 10 working members in your company. If you are more than that, then of course not so suitable lah, unless you're a sales team where you send out your sales team, they are all out of office. But if you are, most of them are office bound, 5 to 10 is a good size. So I would say this place is very much a commercial space, very work oriented. So this is my outfit of the day. Let's change it. Huh? I feel like I just got stuck in the disco days 20 years ago. I think I need to change. I look better, right? How do I look? See? Just got to remember to puff my chest a little bit. See? Very proper, right? And just gotta remember to hide my belly. So, you know, downstairs just now got nasi kandar, so can't help it lah, you know. Okay, I'm just gonna show you the office now. Here is the reverse angle view of the office. This office is a situation of what you see is what you get. So for example, the aircon, the hanging cabinets, there are some partition here as well as the workstations here. They are all here to stay. You can choose to reuse them and touch them up a little bit. They are still functional, or you can also do some renovation. As I'm filming Damansara Intan, I'm standing on top of a highway between here, Damansara Intan, there's some flats here, and then towards here is the shopping mall area, 3 Damansara. I can't help but notice this strong mechanical man-made presence. There's very little to do with nature, warmth, calm. It's very purely commercial area with this lack of calmness. So as a result, I thought about how to make this video a little bit more warm so that you guys can take something out of it. So that is why for today's vlog, I'm not only going to show you Damansara Intan, but I'm also going to share a little bit about lighting your interior, some tips, some tricks that you can do so that when you renovate your office or your interior, you know what elements to look out for and also to save a little bit of money doing it. In this studio shot, I would like to share with you tips and tricks to help you out with lighting your interior. But before we do, I want to go back to this office unit in Damansara Intan just to give you some context as to where we are at. It measures 893 square feet in a rectangular setting. There's grey area, which I call the service area, and the yellow area, which I call the effective work area. As you go in from the main entrance, you see the reception here, as well as the wash area. Maybe a small pantry happening nearby. On the right hand side, you have fire escape here, you can't do much. Moving on, if it were up to me and given this unit, I invest in it, probably I'll remove this center unit because you see it's so isolated. I feel that it doesn't really support the other spaces well. In fact, it compartmentalizes this whole office. So I will remove it. And it frees up the office area because if you don't, right, imagine you're standing here, you're trying to talk to your receptionist and who needs more information from a colleague, you will have a big yelling culture in your office. Open plan so that it's much easier to bounce ideas off each other's within your teammates, okay? So let's talk about the lighting situation a little bit. I will be standing here and looking back. Now in a 20-year-old office, it's very common to see this kind of lighting panels, office lights with this kind of ceiling, maybe 1.5 feet by 4 feet or 2 feet by 4 feet configuration. The reason why people install them until today is because they're cheap, fast to install, efficient, and they light the area very well. Now if we consider somewhere that's a little bit more atas, they will probably give you some lighting like this where it's compact LED fluorescent lights, similar task to this, but it looks much better already. Let's say if this is also your office and you want to step it up even more, there's a few things that you can actually do. Let's go through them, shall we? Talk to the lighting suppliers and look for a few things, okay? You would need what we call a type of ambient light that lights up your room very well and evenly. The next thing you need is decorative lights that gives off a little bit of shadows, and put them near walls. Why? Because they add a lot of depth to your office space by washing some light onto the wall. Without these shadows casted, right, you see it looks very plain and very boring here, right? Now if you have a few of these, it looks much better. If you pick up a few of these, right, don't put them next to each other. You want to space them out and put them at different levels. When you layer your office lighting, you get a little bit more depth already, okay? Now if you want to do some renovation, you can do. Few things to check. First, not tap on your wall. If there's a hollow sound to it, great, you can do some wiring so that you can add some lighting on the wall as well. If it's solid, I wouldn't recommend it because it also creates a lot of noise and mess because they have to drill through concrete to do the wiring. But you don't have to. If it's a partition wall, you can just easily install it. You can have wall mounted lights or ceiling mounted lights and a chandelier. If you add a chandelier, find one that is, I would say, not too overstated, just something that looks sleek and modern, and put it in the middle of your room so that it draws some focal point to the room. And then you can add a rug below. Again, very affordable at IKEA. This is good if let's say you just use it for yourself, but imagine in your office room where you want to have lively meetings or you want to welcome your guests, you can have the option of switching them on when you need to. It's better to have that option. Whereas if you don't have anything, right, it just looks so flat and so, you know, mundane. Okay, so these are the few things that you can do. I hope you take something out of this, and I'm happy to answer some questions if you send them to me through email. Let's move on to the next section where we'll close out this video. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me in this episode. If you'd like to find out more about this property, please click the details in the links provided below to contact me. Also, thank you for your feedback from the last episode. I've had a lot of messages of love and support. I'll keep doing this. I'll do my best. And I just want to sign out and leaving you messages of peace and love. See you again soon. Bye!